One of the best bets I ever had was a football bet, and it was a European bet midweek. And I started off with 5 teams, and I wanted to be a half-time, full-time, because I wanted the odds, I wanted them to multiply together. And at that time, half-time, full-time, draw was usually about 5-to-1 odds. So I went to Germany, Italy, the UK, and it was the 5 games over the 3 nights. And the next thing is, the first game, 0-0, brilliant, that's us off and running. The first one's always the hardest one to get. So we're multiplying into the second bet. I've got trebles, fourfolds, and accumulators running, and a big accumulator. So the second night, I've got 2 running, and I get the first 2 up. And then the third night, I get the 4th one up, because it was a 4 o'clock kickoff, nice and early, so I've got 4 running. I've got 1 to go, Rangers and Feyenoord. And it was a draw at half time, and I thought, this bet's going to come in. I couldn't watch the second half, so my son at the time was 10-year-old or something. It was live on the telly, it was Rangers at Ibrox against Feyenoord. So I says, I'm going to drive in my car, I want to know the score at 90 minutes, phone my mobile and just say, yes Dad, it's in, or it's no in. The next thing is, I'm driving, I've drove for half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, and there's no phone call, and I thought, oh shit, I'm beat. It's no came in, that was close, great run. I've got my trebles, I've got my fourfolds, I've got a great return. So I gets back to the house, opens the door, and my son's in the hall, and he goes, Dad, Dad. I says, what is it? I says, you never phoned. He went, that team. And I says, what was the score? He says, oh, that team. And I says, what was the score? He went, he couldn't say the word. It was Feyenoord 1, Rangers 1. I couldn't believe it. £250,000 I just won off the bookie for a stupid bet that I didn't think would ever come in, and it was just one of these success stories. And the poor bookie in the morning just couldn't look me in the eye, and he was just terrified. So I had to give him time to pay me it up, but that was a great story, and I'll never forget that night.